Hello, everybody. We're doing a live stream here this afternoon. We are covering the hurricanes and all the tropical systems here in portions of the Gulf of Mexico, as well as the Eastern Pacific here as well. So definitely tune in for that as we are portions of the Gulf. As we're going to be doing that here in the live stream here today, we're talking about Hurricane Darby, and this is actually a major hurricane right now. This is a Category 3 hurricane, so this is something we were watching the last couple of days, and it's really strengthened kind of above and beyond some of the expectations across portions here of the Eastern Pacific here as well. So we're going to kind of go over some of the tropical features with this, and this is kind of just a tropical update today. The severe weather is kind of not really a thing today, not too much. We got a lower end risk. We'll kind of go over that as well, but mainly kind of this is your tropical update for the day today as well. So that's what we're doing here this afternoon. Just kind of a little bit of a live stream to kind of go over that as well. A little bit of a live stream to kind of go through some of the tropical updates here with you to kind of get you ahead of all that as well. So again, if you guys have any questions, definitely do not hesitate to ask, as I will, like I said, be available to answer all your questions out there regarding anything you want to know about the tropical weather, especially in the portions of the Gulf of Mexico as well. So everybody joining here, again, this is what we're doing here this afternoon. So again, definitely appreciate it here if you would drop the like here down below as well. We'll get started here in just a moment here. So again, one more minute or two here, we'll get started here kind of going over all of the satellite imagery here. Again, this is Major Hurricane Darby, Category 3 right now. Again, we are going to be going over here momentarily what we expect with this, kind of look at the cone of uncertainty, and then kind of look over toward the Gulf as another system is set to emerge here there as well. Yeah, so if you guys are just tuning in, we were actually we're going over live tropical update here. We got a hurricane here in the Eastern Pacific right now. Hurricane Darby, actually a major hurricane right now. And this is set to head toward the Hawaiian Islands here, but it will weaken. I do think this will weaken very significantly before it does reach the Hawaiian Islands. So definitely, like I said, this is not going to be something that I don't think will affect the islands too much, but definitely we'll have to keep an eye on this. And again, we'll go over all that here as well this afternoon. Again, this is going to be a shorter live stream here today than I usually do. This is just kind of going over the tropics here and what we can expect as we head through the next couple of days with these systems, and we'll get you all the information you need for that as well. So again, if you guys are tuning in here with the live stream, again, you are watching kind of satellite imagery right now using tropical tidbits. This is the satellite imagery here of Major Hurricane Darby. This is a Category 3, and look at the awesome eye wall on this system here. This is over the open water, so not affecting anybody out there unless you're sailing way out in the open waters of the Eastern Pacific, but I hope not. This is a major hurricane, so hopefully nobody's out in the path of this here in the open waters. But yeah, this is a very robust system. Look at the eye wall, just very robust here. Just almost like a donut hole here on the satellite imagery. So we're definitely watching that. Again, this is Major Hurricane Darby. Major Hurricane Darby. This is Category 3. Again, this is your tropical update, just kind of going over the tropical features with this system, and also here the Gulf of Mexico, kind of what you can expect here if you live along the Gulf of Mexico. I know we got another system set to emerge here and produce some very heavy and intense rainfall there. So again, we'll kind of play this out here for the next couple minutes as people join the live stream. And if you have joined the live stream, definitely drop the like below. We got 5 likes down there. Definitely appreciate it. And also subscribe to the YouTube channel. That is very much appreciated as well. I do have a new video here on the channel, so definitely check that out as well. I have a new kind of longer range weather forecast video for you guys, so make sure to check that out here in the make sure to check that out on the YouTube page, that's for sure. Again, if you guys are just joining, you guys can also be interactive. I got the live chat up here down below as well, so definitely type any questions, comments, concerns you have here regarding any of the tropical weather we're going over here today, or the hurricane, the hurricane itself, or any questions you got about the weather across the United States or Mexico or anywhere else. I can definitely try and answer that for you guys, so do not hesitate to ask. And again, if you guys cannot hear me, I definitely can turn the volume up here as well, or you can turn the volume up on your end here as well if you have not already. So let's get into it here. Right now we got we got Hurricane Darby. This is kind of the tropics across portions of the eastern Pacific here. This is major Hurricane Darby right now. As I click on this system is very robust. It's got a very strong eye wall on it, and it's actually a major hurricane right now, Category 3. This is expected to strengthen to a Category 4 here either later this evening or very early in the morning hours here on your Tuesday. Right now it has maximum sustained winds of 125 miles per hour. Movement right now is west at 15 miles per hour on the system here. Generally headed toward the Hawaiian Islands, but this is going to kind of weaken very quickly once it kind of reaches the cooler waters off the eastern Hawaiian Islands. So again, right now, not too worried about it, but we'll definitely have to keep an eye on this here because we got a La Nina here in play. And we definitely here can expect almost anything here with the La Nina this time of year. We got a very active here in the Eastern Pacific lately. We're already on the fourth name of the season here at the D. We got A, B, C, and now we're at D, which is Darby. And we're kind of watching another system behind Darby as well. So it doesn't look like the Eastern Pacific will be cooling off with any of the systems anytime soon. So that is something we're watching as well. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, I'd appreciate if you would drop the like below and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. Very much appreciated. Again, if you drop the like below here with the 5 thumbs up down there, and we keep getting more likes, it definitely helps it out, get this tropical update out to more and more people on YouTube. So I would definitely greatly appreciate if everybody would, press the thumbs up button down below. It would be very much appreciated. Yeah, so basically here we're just going over the tropics here. Again, this is the cone of uncertainty as we call it. The M here is for major hurricane. You see the H is in here. That's just the hurricane here, generally category 1 and 2. And then you can see the tropical storms here. That's the S, and then the D here. That is actually a tropical depression status. So what we're seeing here over the next couple of days here, we're seeing the hurricane status going probably all the way through the Wednesday afternoon time frame, early to mid-afternoon. Right now we're kind of seeing that major status. We're at Category 3 status with Darby right now. This will, grow to intensity to a Category 4 hurricane as we head to later tonight and early tomorrow morning. So that is definitely something to watch. And then to kind of stay hurricane status, like I said, all the way through Wednesday afternoon. This will head westward here towards the Hawaiian Islands. So that is something we're going to watch as we move forward. But as it approaches the cooler waters, we do expect this to weaken to a tropical storm and then a depression here, and then kind of an open wave just east of the Hawaiian Islands. Thereafter. So that is something that I'm keeping an eye on here as well, and I know everybody else is keeping an eye on as well. Again, if you guys are just joining the live stream, I definitely would appreciate if you guys could drop the like below. Definitely press the thumbs up button. That helps it to get this tropical update out to more and more people on YouTube, so that would be very helpful, so I appreciate it. Hey, Elir, thank you for your coverage. Yeah, you're welcome. I definitely like I said, I keep you covered here on my YouTube channel, so definitely watch my video. I did put a new video out here in the morning hours as well today, so definitely check that out and give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Definitely appreciate it as well, and tell family, friends about it as well. So that is very much appreciated. Again, this is the satellite imagery. This is major Hurricane Darby. This is across portions of the open waters of the Eastern Pacific right now. Very well-defined system. We got all the convection or thunderstorm activity wrapping right around the eye wall here. Very impressive eye wall, kind of like a donut hole right now as we call it here. Like I said, very impressive storm system right now across portions of the Eastern Pacific. That is for sure. And again, look at just how healthy the system looks. You got still kind of the shear around the outer edge of this here, kind of the storm kind of shearing out here a bit, but definitely still pretty powerful. Just a very healthy storm across portions of the Eastern Pacific right now. And again, this is expected to stay at major status for major hurricane status at least through the next couple of days, if not more. And hurricane status here probably through at least the later portion of your day on Wednesday. So look at this system. It's just amazing to look at on satellite. Again, if you want to take a screenshot of this, definitely do so, because this is a very impressive system. Again, Category 3 and set to actually is set to actually increase to Category 4 status as we head through the next, couple of days or thereabouts. So again, if you guys are just joining the live stream, definitely be interactive down in the live chat. Live chat's open to anyone and everyone. Also here, like the live stream down below and subscribe to the channel would be very much appreciated. I got a new video out on my YouTube channel, so definitely check that out as well. Again, looking kind of at climatology with the Eastern Pacific here, we're kind of at around this time frame, getting closer to kind of the in-between of July and, August here, and we're kind of starting to peak. We're starting to peak here in the Eastern Pacific Basin. This is actually kind of getting towards the climax here of what we expect here for the hurricane and tropical weather across the Eastern Pacific climatologically. So this is something we'll watch as well. Again, we are seeing a lot of, systems named. I think all the systems, I think we've had 4 systems now in the Eastern Pacific Basin, and I think all of them have actually here one way or another have become a hurricane. So that has been an interesting stat to know. As well. So that is something to keep an eye out on as we kind of go through the rest of the hurricane season here in the Eastern Pacific as well. Now, regarding closer to home, we are actually watching a system here in the Gulf of Mexico. Again, before we get to that, look at here the July 11th through the 20th time frame, kind of the tropical cyclone origin points here from, climatologically speaking, a lot of these origin points right off the western coast of the Baja of California, maybe just southward and southwest portions there of the Mexican coast. And then as these waves kind of traverse across the Central Americas and move into the Eastern Pacific, they've been very favorable, at least this year anyway, to produce, more, impressive tropical entities. So that is something to watch as well. Again, if you guys are just joining the live stream, would very much appreciate if you would drop the like below as well as subscribe to the YouTube channel. Very much appreciated. You guys are very awesome on this live stream here yesterday, and I appreciate everybody joining here today as well. Paradox says, atmospheric vortex in window, when did it first start? When did what first start? The hurricane, you mean? Talking about the hurricane in the Eastern Pacific? That started, several days ago. This has been a system that we've been watching in the Eastern Pacific for several days now. So, right now it is Category 3 hurricane across the Eastern Pacific right now. And as we go kind of towards the, let's kind of look here. As we go into the Atlantic side, again, before we go to the Atlantic side, we do have another system, like I said. We're talking about another system behind Darby. So, again, the Eastern Pacific Basin is going to be very active here over the next several days. Again, the National Hurricane Center is giving us a 70% chance of cyclone formation or tropical development here in the next 5 days. We got an open wave kind of moving over portions of the, over the Central Americas and then kind of moving more northwest here. Again, kind of almost taking the same track as a hurricane or major hurricane Darby right now. So that is something to watch. Again, right on its heels. We'll continue to watch this as well. Again, if you guys are just joining, I would appreciate if you guys would press the like here button below. Definitely appreciate it. Again, this helps get out to tropical update out to more and more people, because we will be talking about the Gulf of Mexico right now. We are watching a system. The National Hurricane Center is watching a system as well. This is a 30% chance here of development the next 5 days, a 10% chance of development the next 48 hours, so the next 2 days. Again, this is a system here we could see develop here in the northern Gulf of Mexico within the next few days, so we'll definitely keep an eye on this. Again, this is for portions of Florida, getting into portions of the coastal Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama areas as well. Maybe as far west here as coastal Texas toward the Houston area. So we'll definitely have to watch this again. We'll go over kind of the weather forecast models for you guys to give you a accurate idea of what we can expect with this system over the next several days in the northern Gulf. Again, if you guys are just joining the live stream, please press the like button down below. Definitely appreciate everybody joining today. Hope everybody's having a great new work week out there on a Monday. Again, press the like button below. It helps this, get this tropical update out to more and more people on YouTube, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're at 236. I'm trying to get to 250, if not 300 today. So definitely, please, would be very much appreciated if you could do so as well. So I appreciate everybody joining. Again, if you could press the like button below, would be very much appreciated. Getting this live stream out to more and more people on YouTube. Again, nothing is more important to me than your safety, and definitely will definitely keep you in tune with a lot of stuff that's going on here in the Gulf of Mexico and across the tropics here as well. So kind of looking at this again, 30% chance of development here in the northern Gulf of Mexico here in the next 5 days, in the next 2 days, the next 48 hours. Again, just a 10% chance of development here along these areas. So kind of looking at the individual model runs here. This is the European model run, the ECMWF here, also known as the European model. This is the model forecast going through the middle and end portion of the month through about the next 2 weeks, and this gives you an idea of how much rainfall we can expect here around the Gulf of Mexico. Around the Gulf of Mexico. You can expect here 5 to 6 inches of rain here, or more, potentially locally 8 inches of rain, at least according to the European model, across portions of northwest Florida, so from Pensacola over towards Panama City here, getting up into southeastern portions there of Alabama, southwestern portions of Georgia, as well as coastal here, Louisiana and Mississippi as well, down towards the New Orleans area. You can see here, multiple inches of rain. Again, this goes all the way through the next couple weeks, so definitely something we are watching here as well. And then if you look at the GFS model here, just a little bit more bullish across portions here of southern Alabama. We got rainfall here on the GFS here, all over a foot of rain. We got over 13 inches of rain here is what the model is putting out here for the next 2 weeks. So that is something to watch here as well. Across portions there, as well as the northwest Florida panhandle, still showing, that 12, 13, even 8, 9, 10 inch mark around portions there, the Pensacola area, Panama City, and then getting back over towards Mobile, Alabama. Right now on this model, Mobile, Alabama is the hot zone for that very heavy rainfall, showing about 18 inches locally here as I kind of put the scroll, as I kind of scroll the mouse right over that, it says 18.14 inches. Again, that's an estimation from the model here. We'll definitely continue to keep you in line. But again, just not only here limited to the Gulf, this could, the Gulf Coast here. We could be seeing this farther north across the Jackson area, Jackson, Mississippi, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham. This could be going up towards the Atlanta area. You guys could see multiple inches of rain. Tallahassee over towards Jacksonville Beach, getting up toward the Myrtle Beach area, Charleston, South Carolina, also portions of Savannah, Georgia. I mean, this is not going to be limited to just the coastal areas. This will actually move well inland as well. So again, I would appreciate if everybody would, press the like button down below. The thumbs up button would be very much appreciated here, as I'm giving you very valuable information here on the live stream. Again, this is meant for you, and I definitely do all this for you guys. So definitely appreciate if you would help me out and press the like button down below. Helps to get it out to more and more people here on the tropical update for you guys as well on YouTube. So appreciate it very much. Again, looking back at the European model, a little more bullish here across portions of the open waters. And then looking at the GFS here, this pushes a little farther north, a little farther inland. So we'll have to watch that over the next several days to see how this, the models start to differ and how they kind of, converge on a solution. So we'll have to watch that. Again, if you live in the southeast United States, whether it's Atlanta, Georgia, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, or Mobile, Alabama, you definitely want to be on high alert for potentially heavy and significant rainfall accumulation in these areas with the tropical system starting to develop and move north and east across these areas. That is for sure. Again, the live chat is open. If anybody wants to ask any questions, definitely much appreciated as well. And kind of looking here at the model run of what we can expect. This is the European model here. The next few days, we got very unsettled weather here, especially in the northern Gulf. And this will kind of continue as we head towards tomorrow and even here the middle of the week. We got some systems coming down here from the north, kind of, a lot of moisture in these areas will kind of be, developing. And we have a lot more, storm action here across portions of Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, even the Carolinas here, and that will add up over time. And like I said, over the next 2 weeks, we can expect here kind of a system to start to develop. We got very warm waters here in the northern Gulf. So if they can take advantage of that, these systems could definitely develop into something much bigger. So that is something to watch as well. Again, if you guys are just joining, definitely appreciate it. I guess, like I'm saying, I do this for you guys. So I definitely would appreciate if you could help me out, as well as, subscribe to the YouTube channel, as well as, at least the bare minimum of, pressing the like button down below. We have 5 likes down there. Let's try and get to 15 likes. Let's try and get to 15 likes, guys. If you guys could help me out and do that, that would be very much appreciated. And again, I hope everybody's having a great Monday afternoon out there. We are just going over the tropical update as well. It helps me get it out to more and more people on YouTube. If you would press the like button down below and subscribe as well. Definitely very much appreciated. You guys are all my friends, and I definitely appreciate that as well. Again, right now we're looking at major Hurricane Darby across portions of the eastern Pacific. Right now, this is a Category 3 hurricane as well. So, yeah, this is a really powerful storm right now over the eastern Pacific. This is over the open water, so thankfully not over any land or making landfall or anything like that. This is actually generally heading toward the general vicinity of Hawaii, but we're not seeing this moving. We're not expecting a Category 4 or 5 hurricane in Hawaii, or anything like that. But definitely watching in this system here over the next several days to see the steering current of this and where this goes. But right now is actually predicted to be a Category 4 hurricane, actually a mid-stage Category 4 hurricane, probably by the time we get to late on this evening or early tomorrow morning for sure, before it starts to kind of peak in its intensity by that time and then start to really wane in intensity here thereafter. So that is something to watch as well. Again, very well-defined system here. We got all that convection wrapping around here, the donut hole, as I call it, or the eye wall. The eye wall part of the hurricanes are actually the most intense. That's where you see the most intense winds, the most intense rains. That's where the tallest convection usually is, and that's definitely where we could see the most, like I said, that's where you can see rainfall amounts. And some of these systems could be, well over a foot of rain with those major winds. Again, this is kind of what we're showing you right now in the eastern Pacific. We got Darby here. Right now it is moving west at 15 miles per hour here, maximum sustained winds of 125 miles per hour. So a very robust system right now, and that just continues to push off to the west here. Again, 15 miles per hour thereabouts. Again, major hurricane status through at least here up tomorrow evening, and then hurricane status probably through at least early Wednesday afternoon before starting to fall off to tropical storm, and then depression status as it kind of approaches the eastern Hawaiian Islands as we head towards the middle and end of the week. So that is definitely something we're watching here as well. Again, if you guys are just joining, would definitely appreciate if you guys could press the like button down below. We're at 5. Let's try to get to 15 likes, everybody. That's our new goal here. Let's try and get to 15 likes. Again, if you love this, love these live streams here and love me doing these live streams, definitely would appreciate if you would help me out and press the like button down below. Definitely helps to get it out to more and more people on YouTube. Definitely, you can see here the Eastern Pacific Basin here, the tropical storm and hurricane activity. Climatologically speaking, we're starting to peak. We're starting to peak here and towards the portion here of the middle of July, and we'll kind of stay there and maybe kind of a little bit higher towards the fall months. We'll start to drop off though. However, once we get towards late fall and early winter across the Eastern Pacific Basin, at least with the intensity and climatologically speaking. But we're definitely here kind of peaking right now towards the middle and end of July right now, and that just continues to kind of stay there. We'll stay at the kind of the apex of this intensity of the hurricane season through the Eastern Pacific Basin as we head through the rest of the fall here. So we're definitely in it to win it here across portions of the Eastern Pacific as well for the next several months. So that is something to watch as well. Again, looking kind of at the origin points, we're kind of in that time frame here. Today's the 11th, so we're kind of starting off this new kind of time frame. This is July 11th through the 20th time frame. This is where you can expect more of your, the origin points of all these systems developing here. A lot of these waves sometimes this time of year, especially into the middle and end of July, like to kind of move from east to west and kind of move across the Central Americas. And once they get into the waters again, into the Eastern Pacific, they really start to develop here. Again, this is kind of what Darby has been doing here. We kind of had an open wave that was moving across the Central Americas to the west, and then this really blew up here into a major hurricane status as of the other day. So that is something that we'll watch as well. And even in the Atlantic Basin, you can see these waves that come off of Africa. We really start to see that more originating here in portions of the Eastern Caribbean and towards the Windward Islands here. And then these are the storms we have to watch here, as they could be over water for a significant amount of time. Again, the Gulf of Mexico right now is very warm, so any system that does develop here could become robust, just like any system you can think of here in the recent memory. I mean, Ida, that was in warm waters, and look how strong Ida was. I mean, even Katrina. Look at Katrina. Katrina was a very powerful hurricane, and that was in the Gulf of Mexico here as well. Rapid intensification. You did see a lot of warm waters there, so that is something to watch as well. We're not talking about a Katrina or anything like that this week, but definitely just something to keep in mind as we head through the hurricane season. In the Eastern Pacific, the Gulf, the Caribbean, the Atlantic Basin as a whole, we're definitely got to watch that as well. But like I said, closer to home here, this is what we expect. This is the European forecast model, what we can expect for rainfall across portions of the southeast. Again, the European model, more bullish here off the coast here of, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida here. with kind of a new system possibly developing as we get towards that time frame. So that is something to watch as well. Again, right now, there's still a little question, a lot of question marks with this. How strong it will be, to what extent the rainfall will be, how far north the rain will be, all that stuff here still needs to be answered. But definitely, here's some of the keys, things that we look at are starting to kind of be answered right now. Starting to see a little bit more consistency in the model with the rainfall forecast, so we're starting to get more confidence that we're going to see 6 to 12 plus inches somewhere across portions of the southeastern U.S. here over that 2 week period or less. And, that is reflected even on the GFS model. The Mobile, Alabama area could be hit hard. I mean, if the GFS model does verify, the Mobile, Alabama area could get hit hard by very heavy rain. We could be talking about rainfall amounts approaching or exceeding a foot. So definitely something that we'll watch as well. The GFS also brings the rainfall footprint here a little farther north into portions of central Alabama, eastern and central Mississippi. So this could include the Jackson area, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, all these areas, and maybe even the Atlanta metro. So definitely something to watch as well. Again, we're probably not talking about a foot of rain in the Atlanta metro, but definitely probably talking about some decent rainfall as well. And maybe even getting up towards, like the Myrtle Beach, Charleston, and South Carolina areas, Columbia, South Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, these areas, Jacksonville Beach, Daytona Beach, all these areas could be impacted by this here kind of system that we'll be developing as well. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. Let's see here. This is, like I said, this is the satellite imagery here of Category 3 major hurricane status, major hurricane Darby. So this is something we're watching again over the open waters of the Eastern Pacific. No threat to land at this moment. Right now, any threat to land would be kind of limited to Hawaii, but we're not seeing, any indications of this being a major hurricane hitting Hawaii. So definitely we'll continue to watch this as well. Again, this is just the very healthy looking. You can see the donut hole, as I call it, or the eye wall here. This is the eye wall across portions of the Eastern Pacific Basin. Again, not over land, not expecting to make landfall, and not expected to hit any land. Again, this is mainly over, this is largely over the open waters. So unless you're boating out there, you're going to have some issues. But you're definitely seeing a lot of a healthy convection around the kind of outer edge of this eye wall. And again, the eye wall, right along the edge of that eye wall, the winds are calm. If anybody didn't know that, in the eye wall, you have the strongest winds in the hurricane because you have the tightest gradient here between the low pressure system itself and the outer edge of the hurricane. Also, you also have, the greatest pressure drops in that area as well, and that's where you get those strong winds right near the edge of that eye wall. So that is something to consider as well. Again, this hurricane is 125 mile per hour winds hurricane. So this is a strong Category 3 right now. This is a strong Category 3 hurricane. Again, looks to stay major status, major hurricane status at least through tomorrow afternoon, if not tomorrow night. And definitely is expected to strengthen, I think, overnight tonight to actually a Category 4 hurricane as well, before kind of staying hurricane status through early Wednesday afternoon and then dropping off here into the tropical storm status towards that weekend time frame, and then tropical depression or kind of an open wave by the time it pushes towards the Hawaiian Islands. So that is some good news, as the Hawaii doesn't expect to get hit by this, but definitely something to watch nonetheless. Again, let's kind of look at your severe weather again across the country here today. I know there's a severe weather risk here. I know this is the tropical update. We're going to get to the severe weather today as well. This is the update here at the 3 o'clock hour, just about 35 minutes ago. The Storm Prediction Center has maintained a slight risk across southern lower Michigan, northwestern Ohio here, as well as much of Indiana and eastern Illinois. Again, just south here of the Chicago metro, getting down towards Indianapolis here. I can put the cities on here for you: Fort Wayne, Springfield, near the Peoria area, and then getting up to Detroit here. That's where those areas we could expect that slight risk for severe weather here the rest of today. So that is something to watch as well. We got a marginal risk across most of Wisconsin, upper and lower Michigan here, as well as portions of Missouri, getting down south of Kansas City, getting down to portions of southern Kansas, and then southeastern Colorado, northeastern portions there of New Mexico as well. Again, the tornado risk is at 2%, very low risk of tornadoes, but it can happen here this afternoon still. This is ahead of a cold front So we definitely could be expecting some tornadic storms right now as we head through the next couple of hours. Again, this is for southern lower Michigan, northwestern Ohio, north central Indiana, and eastern Illinois. Again, we got the wind and the hail risk here as well. The hail risk is a little higher up into portions of the southern Great Lakes, but I still can't rule out some large hail down in the central plains as well. Just kind of a 5% chance there across those areas. So guys, if you guys are just joining here, me live on the live stream, would be very much appreciated if you could press the like button down below. Give me a like down below if you do like this live stream. I definitely will be doing more of these here if you do so. So definitely appreciate that. We got 5 likes. Let's try to get to 15 likes here in the next few minutes. It'd definitely be appreciated as well. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, definitely be appreciated here as well. We're at 236 subscribers. If we can try and help me with my goal and getting to 250, if not 300 subscribers, that'd be very much appreciated. Again, I appreciate everybody joining the live stream. Again, you guys are all my friends, and I definitely appreciate everybody joining, and subscribing and liking the videos here, and all the live streams of late. Definitely appreciate it. Yesterday was a very, very fun live stream. Definitely very interactive, and that was very fun. So definitely would love for that to be the case here again today. So thank everybody for joining, and I definitely appreciate it. Again, this is your severe weather outlook for the day today. Again, that slight risk from the Detroit area all the way on the southern end of the Chicago metro, and then getting down towards Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, Gary, South Bend, all these areas here in northern Indiana, and then down into eastern Illinois, including the Champaign-Urbana area, down towards Springfield and the Peoria, Illinois area as well. So if you live in those areas, definitely keep it kind of on a lookout for all the severe weather potential the next few hours across this area. Otherwise, we're going to be talking about here severe weather tomorrow. Let's look at the day 2 outlook here. This is from the Storm Prediction Center. Again, the Storm Prediction Center did come out with this outlook about 1 a.m. last night, so this is still this will be updated. Actually, no, this is the new update from 12:30. My bad. This is actually the update from 12:30 this afternoon. I forgot to do the day 2 outlooks at 12:30. But anyway, yeah, this is the outlook for tomorrow. This is a slight risk across western Maine, getting down through Vermont, New Hampshire, and much of New York State, especially if you're on the eastern side and southern side of New York State, western Massachusetts, northwestern Connecticut, northern New Jersey, and eastern PA there, as well as getting down into portions of Maryland, including the Washington, D.C. area, getting up towards Philadelphia here. Close to the New York City area, and then kind of moving up to the north here towards portions here of Albany, New York, portions there just to the west here of the, up toward the Caribou area here in Maine, west of Boston, and all these areas here. Again, New York, you're kind of on that marginal risk line. Again, Washington and Baltimore, you kind of on that line between slight risk and marginal. And Pittsburgh, back in the Pittsburgh area, you guys are kind of on that line between marginal and just kind of garden variety type thunderstorms. Again, that marginal risk extends southward to Charleston, West Virginia, Roanoke and near the Richmond area, and then getting down to eastern Kentucky here for the day tomorrow as well. This is for your Tuesday. This is the severe weather outlook for your Tuesday as well. Again, if you guys like the live stream, definitely like the live stream down below. Again, if you like me doing these live streams, definitely press the thumbs up button. I definitely appreciate it. Again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You guys mean a lot to me and definitely appreciate it as well. Again, tomorrow we do have a marginal risk across northeastern portions from the Arrowhead, Minnesota, down into northern portions there of Wisconsin here. Again, these cities included will be the Duluth, Minnesota area, as well as getting down close to the Green Bay area, Wisconsin Rapids, getting up towards the Dells, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, those areas as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that tomorrow. Again, that's just a marginal risk right now, so we'll see here what we can expect for tomorrow here as we get a little closer. That is for sure. But looking back at the tropics, once again here, we can see this is definitely a very healthy hurricane here. This is actually Major Hurricane Darby. This is out across the eastern Pacific Basin. A very healthy hurricane. We can see a lot of you can see the eye wall there where you see the whites in that kind of circle. That is the eye wall, and that is the eye of the hurricane. And when usually when you see these eyes of the hurricane, that's when you see major hurricanes usually. This is a very powerful system. This is actually moving west at 15 miles per hour. This is actually sustained winds right now of 125 miles per hour with this system. This is, again, moving west toward the Hawaiian Islands. It's still got quite a ways to go before it reaches there. And again, I'm not expecting a major hurricane or tropical storm or anything like that for Hawaii. It should start to weaken very quickly before it even gets to the Hawaiian Islands. Again, The Hawaiian Islands will still probably be impacted, some shape or form, whether it's wave action or just kind of blow off cloud cover or anything, or, even any, lingering rainfall from this, but not really seeing anything that screams, major hurricane status as it moves toward the Hawaiian Islands. That is for sure. Again, thank you guys for, liking it up down below. I saw a couple more people liking it up. Definitely appreciate it. We're up to 7 likes now. It'd be very much appreciated if you guys could like the live stream, press the thumbs up button down below, and get it down, up to 15 likes would be very much appreciated. Again, if you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, would be very much appreciated as well. Again, this gets it out to more and more people on YouTube, and I plan on doing all these live streams much more frequently in the future here as well for you guys to kind of keep you updated on all of the weather out there, from the tropics to the severe weather to the intense heat as well. We can be talking about more than just tropics here. I know this is tropical update. We've been talking about the tropics here as well. Again, this is one more rendition of what we can expect here from the Gulf of Mexico area. Again, very heavy rainfall. This is the newest run of the European model here this afternoon, showing a very heavy footprint of rain from the northern Gulf into portions of northwest Florida, southeastern Alabama, into southwestern Georgia, as well as the Carolinas. So we'll definitely have to watch this. Again, the European model is a little more bullish over the open waters here of the Gulf, but definitely near the New Orleans region, and then getting up toward the Mobile, Alabama area, and just southward towards, northwest Florida Panhandle. Definitely watching this. We could be expecting, some definitely, heavy rainfall down in these areas. 6, 7, 8 inches are not out of the realm of possibility along the immediate coast here of Florida, at least with this model run. Now, looking at the GFS, it's been more bullish. This is more bullish, actually, for the Mobile area. There's actually, if I hover my icon kind of right over this, you can see about 18 inches is what the GFS is actually kind of putting a bullseye over southern portions of Alabama. So this definitely is something to watch. That is for sure. Again, we do have the chat open today. Live chat is open. So if you guys want to, drop any comments, questions, concerns below, definitely be appreciated as well. And it doesn't have to be about tropics as well. It could be about anything weather related, sports related. I welcome anything. Just be interactive on the page. Definitely, be interactive on the live stream. I love interactive people, so definitely appreciate it as well. Again, if you've not dropped a like down below, press that thumbs up button. Smash that thumbs up button. Definitely appreciate it. Again, we're at 7 right now. It would be awesome if we can get to 15, if not 20 likes on here. Again, this is very much appreciated. You guys take the time out of your day. I take the time out of my day. And again, I couldn't thank you guys enough for joining the live stream today. So definitely appreciate everybody out there. Again, the people that join the live stream every single time, definitely appreciate that as well. The regulars out there and all the new people, again, I appreciate you, and I like I said, I couldn't do it without you. So definitely appreciate that as well. So let's kind of look at what we're seeing here. Let's look at the heat wave out there we're expecting here towards the middle of the month of July, shall we? So let's look here at the middle of the month here. We got that cold front coming down. We got lots of hundreds. This is this afternoon's high temperatures according to the European model. We're moving into the hundreds here across most of the Texas area. So if you live in Texas, you're sweating it out right now here down in those areas. That is for sure. You guys are seeing a lot of heat down there, and that just continues through the next, through the next several days or thereabouts. And again, that will just continue ahead of that cold front. As that cold front kind of moves southward, again, very hot again tomorrow. So what you're seeing in Texas today is what you're going to get even on the day tomorrow as well, on your Tuesday. And that will continue here. Major heat wave just continuing to build across these areas. And again, as we even get to Wednesday, we'll really start to build that heat more to the northwest toward the northern Rockies. So from Montana all the way down here through Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, eastern Colorado, so right off the front range of the Rockies, seeing highs in the 90s here, possibly even well into the 90s on your Tuesday as well. Heat really building across the desert Southwest as well. We got temperatures rising to near Los Angeles, up to near portions near the 100-degree mark here outside the Los Angeles area. Phoenix getting up to near 110, 107 area. Very cool here down toward portions of the Pacific Northwest, kind of a little bit of a trough and some unsettled weather as well, towards the Portland and Seattle areas, up towards Vancouver, Canada. Just some 50s and 60s for highs. May struggle to get out of the 60s near the Seattle area and even the Portland area here on your Wednesday. So that is something to watch with all the heat building northward. Look at that, southern Saskatchewan and portions here of southern Alberta, getting into the 80s, if not 90 degrees, as we head toward the middle of the week. That is incredible. So that is something we are watching as well. If you guys are just joining, would be very much appreciated to like up the live stream down below. We're at 7 likes right now. Let's try and get to 15 likes. So definitely appreciate everybody joining, and definitely like it up below. Press that thumbs up button. Very much appreciated as I kind of go over all the weather for you guys here this week on the live stream. Again, we're really talking about a heat wave. This is going to continue towards that Thursday time frame. So this is this Thursday, and you look at that widespread 100s, if not upper 90s, all the way up into South Dakota, getting into eastern Wyoming, eastern portions there of Montana, North Dakota, all the way down here to the Mexican border here. So from Canada, virtually all the way down to the Mexican border here, from north to south. Yeah, we're talking some major heat out there, and definitely want to drink plenty of water here and stay hydrated. Very much, a lot of heat out there, that's for sure. I mean, there's no sugarcoating it. Heat is heat, and dry heat is another thing. And then if you get all the dew points rising into the 70s, that's another thing as well with all the humidity. But I mean, if any way you slice it, hot is hot. That is for sure. But again, as we move towards Friday, will really start to build that heat. Widespread 100s once again. That's the European model. This came out this afternoon about 1 o'clock. And yeah, we're seeing widespread 100s from South Dakota, Nebraska, so the Lincoln area, getting down towards the North Platte, all the way down to Wichita here. It's predicting 104 near the Wichita area here on your Friday, and then down toward the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, 106, 110. We could be talking about 115 in desert Southwest here towards the Death Valley area. So definitely watch that here as we head towards late this week. That is something to consider here as well. And again, we'll be cooler across the southeast here. You're kind of wondering, well, why do we have all the heat across the middle of the country? And usually, the farther you go south, wouldn't you get warmer? Well, yes, but definitely across portions of the southeast here, where we have all that unsettled weather with the tropical characteristics and all that tropical rainfall. Yeah, you're probably going to see more of that, cooler weather, probably because of all the cloud cover, all the rainfall out there across the Atlanta metro, getting over towards Columbia, South Carolina, up toward the Raleigh area, and then down especially towards Panama City, Mobile. All these areas here be a little bit cooler. As you get down towards the central and southern Florida peninsula, you'll probably be a little bit warmer as you're kind of away from all that rainfall. You probably have some mixed cloud cover. Probably won't be completely sunny for you with all that unsettled weather, but definitely will probably be a lot more pleasant across the southern Florida panhandle than it is on the northern end. That is for sure, especially as we get toward this weekend, as all that rainfall that I was showing you will be approaching. Again, this is the European model forecast here. Again, there will be some rainfall across the central and southern parts of Florida, but definitely the higher amounts look to be favored across the northern Gulf Coast here, from portions of coastal Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, into northwest Florida panhandle, and then kind of moving up through south central Georgia, according to this model. Now, the GFS is a little farther north and also has a little heavier rainfall across the southern Florida panhandle here as well. So that is something to watch as well. Look, you can see if I hover this over portions near the Mobile, Alabama area, you can see the GFS model is going all out gangbusters with 18 inches of rain. So that is a 1.5 foot of rain it is showing across that area here. And this is through the next week and a half to 2 weeks. So that is something to consider. Again, we don't need all this rain all at once, but definitely, again, this is definitely something we'll have to keep an eye on. Again, this is your tropical update today. We will cover severe weather if there is warnings out there. I haven't looked at the radar. I will here in just a moment. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of rainfall footprint across the southeast. Again, very unsettled go of it around that time here as well. And like I said, the heat will kind of go on here as we head towards the next weekend. If you have any plans next weekend here on your July 16th, all that heat will be building across the Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas area, the desert Southwest. Much of the area here, mainly west of the Mississippi River or west of the Tennessee Valley, be really heating up here as we head towards next weekend. So kind of a long-lived heat wave, that is for sure. That monster heat wave that I was talking about the other day, that looks to be the case. That is for sure. Again, if you guys have not liked the live stream, press the thumbs up button down below. Definitely do so. I would appreciate it here as well. And subscribe to the YouTube channel here, trying to get to 250 subscribers in this live stream, as well as up to 15 or 20 likes here in the next few minutes. So that would be very much appreciated. Again, I thank everybody for joining here on the live stream today. Again, going over tropical here update, as well as severe weather and the heat wave out there as well in this live stream. Again, nobody else on YouTube does this for you daily here with the live streams on here with covering the heat wave, the tropics, and also the severe weather. You will find this nowhere else on YouTube. So again, if you guys like this and you like me doing this, definitely press the thumbs up button down below, as I will be doing this probably more frequently for you guys, covering the weather for you here in the upcoming weeks ahead. So definitely tune in for that. And like I said, turn all notifications on as well. I definitely appreciate that, and you guys make this work as well. You guys are awesome. Again, this is the heat wave. And again, I also do want to warn you guys. Toward the middle of the month, okay, as we build this heat across portions of the Midwest here, and especially down to the west here in the northern plains, central and southern plains, and all of the western United States, we really have to watch. Excuse me, sorry about that. We really have to watch here the northern periphery of all this heat. That's where you see all these storm complexes start to build up, usually with all the heat out there. And yeah, we got to watch this here in the coming days, because as we get towards this, I think the late portion of this week, we'll start to get into this what we call an MCS pattern, where we see what I call mesoscale convective systems here develop across the Dakotas and Minnesota, and then dive southeast along the outer edge, or what we call the ring of fire here of the heat. And we definitely have to watch this as we head towards the middle of this month, especially late this month here, as we kind of break down this heat wave with time. That is something to watch as well. Again, this heat wave will not be, completely locked in place. We're not going to be seeing, like 100 degrees on a daily basis here in the northern plains, but I do expect 100 degrees to stay locked into place, I think, across the central and southern plains, where we have all that drought continuing. Again, drier ground does warm up a lot faster than wetter ground, so that is, when you have a drought like this, yeah, you're definitely going to be seeing a lot of heat out there. And again, look at that high pressure system just revolving here on this model run of the European model forecast here. You can see around the desert southwest here, the four corners. And then again, you got to watch this enhanced jet stream, where you see the greens in here, the yellows in the jet stream, kind of that little dip. We have kind of a subtle trough kind of moving into southeastern Canada. We got another trough here in the Pacific Northwest, and I already talked about this before. It's kind of what I call a squeeze effect, as we have the high pressure system kind of squeezing northward, because it can't go east because there's a trough here, and we can't go west because there's a trough here. So it can only go so far east or west. So it kind of bounce around from back and forth across the United States in the middle of the country, and all it can do is go northward here, if anything. So what I call a squeeze effect. Think about if you were squeezing a water bottle, and you squeeze the water bottle so much to where the water has nowhere else to go but up and out of the water bottle. That's the same thing here with the high pressure system, or the ridge in the middle of the country. You squeeze that here, the high pressure system or that ridge so far north, yeah, you're going to have the heat all the way up into southern Canada. Again, that is due to the fact that we have a trough in the southeastern Canada, and then we have a subtle trough again, or a stronger trough approaching and digging down towards the Pacific Northwest. And that is something here I'll keep an eye on as well for you guys. Again, I have long-range weather forecast videos here in my my arsenal here at the YouTube channel here at Weather on the Go, so definitely go check those out. I just posted one early this morning as well, so definitely go check that out and like it, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, if you guys have not liked this live stream, definitely like it down below. We got 10 likes. I definitely appreciate that. Again, if you guys like my analogies with the squeeze effect, is what I call it, and I try to kind of make this more understandable here and kind of educational for you guys along the way as well, to kind of be a learning figure for you guys here on the live stream as well. This is all I do it for, is kind of help you out, and kind of any meteorologists out there definitely could help you out as well, as I have some knowledge. Again, I have been looking up, researching all the stuff here on weather from several years ago to now, and I definitely have been gaining a lot of ground since then, with learning stuff along the way. And again, I learned it from myself, so I definitely took a lot of years to do it, but definitely, I'm still learning now, and there's always room for improvement, especially when you're in the meteorology field. So that is something as well. Again, thanks everybody for the likes down there. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate everybody here subscribing. And again, the live chat is open, so if you guys want to comment questions or anything like that, definitely you feel free to do so down below here, and I'll answer all your questions here. I will not skip any questions today or anytime on my live stream, so definitely do that as well. Again, you can't find this anywhere else on YouTube. This is something that is not found anywhere else on YouTube, where a guy comes on here and does a live stream for heat, talking about the heat wave, the upcoming pattern here of the next 2 weeks, the tropics, the severe weather, the whole 9 yards. I cover southern and southeastern Canada, as well as the United States here, and other countries as well, as like Mexico, the Central Americas, when it warrants it. Definitely here we'll be doing live streams as well. Like I said, I try to do live streams as frequently as possible to keep everybody ahead of all the storms out there, so I definitely appreciate that. Again, as we move, though, however, towards the middle of this month, like I said, we're watching this kind of jet stream here. Kind of, you can see that stronger upper level jet. This is the 250 millibar wind, so this is the upper levels of the atmosphere here. Kind of, you got to kind of look at the atmosphere from the top down sometimes, and that's what we're looking at here. You kind of looking at the upper jet stream, and then let's put the precipitation on here, shall we? We can see here on the European weather forecast model, you can see every once in a while we have these kind of subtle disturbances here in the atmosphere that kind of start to, these ripples of energy moving along here in the upper levels. And this is what we have to watch. We have all this heat building, we have all the instability building, or CAPE, or what we call convective available potential energy. And as we build this a little farther to the north, across the Dakotas, Minnesota, Iowa, and getting into portions of the Western Great Lakes area, we definitely have to watch this here, starting, I think, the Friday time frame. So we'll have to watch this here again. A lot of things have to come together, and again, a lot of these patterns are kind of more subtle than not. A lot of these patterns are more of timing issues here. We got, like a lot of these systems can develop during the afternoon hours or even the overnight hours. That's kind of what we favor. It's kind of a pattern like this here. You have the peak heating of the day. We have all these systems developing here during the afternoon and evening for the most part, when you have all the warmest and maximized air out there in the the heat of the day. And that's what we'll have to watch for these storm complexes. Again, this is conducive to derechos, but I will not, pull the trigger on saying, okay, we're going to have a derecho today. No, we're not going to be saying that, but the pattern is conducive for derechos, especially when you consider a stronger jet stream here across the northern and northeastern periphery. I mean, how many times this year have we seen this pattern? I mean, it looks to return. We've had derechos in every single one of these patterns at least one time this year. So again, I'm warning you about a week out here now, saying, okay, this pattern's conducive to derechos, so we'll definitely have to watch it. Let's look here in the live chat. Ty Wilkins, definitely appreciate you joining here as well. There's an update on Darby. Yes, there is an update here on Darby. Yeah, this is Hurricane Darby right now. This is a major Hurricane Darby. This is a Category 3 hurricane right now, and this is the satellite imagery here of Hurricane Darby. This is in the Eastern Pacific Basin, over the open waters, and it is not expected to reach land at all within the next several days, so that is some good news as well. Again, this is actually going to strengthen to a Category 4. And look at the eye wall. I mean, this is a very healthy-looking storm system. This is a very healthy hurricane. When you see hurricanes kind of breathe like that, what a lot of meteorologists and probably the National Hurricane Center meteorologists have said and everything, where do you see it? They say when the hurricane breathes, see where it kind of has these kind of little arms that come out with the hurricane here? That is good news for a hurricane. That means the hurricane is breathing. When you don't have, see these arms, coming off the hurricane, kind of like an octopus. Think of an octopus. So you have, 8 tentacles or whatever, 8 arms. And yeah, if you don't see those arms, that's probably indicative of a sign that this thing is starting to weaken. But we're not seeing that, so we're still seeing those arms. So we're definitely watching here this hurricane breathe out there, as we call it. And yeah, this thing is very robust. The strongest pressure drops and the strongest wind gusts are always with the hurricanes like this, like the major hurricanes and stuff like that, from Category 3 up to Category 5 status. Yeah, they're the strongest winds are right near the eye wall. That's where the strongest winds are. That's where the strongest pressure drops are as well. And also here, we just have to watch this here as well. I mean, this is over the open water, so not too worried about it right now. This is heading toward Hawaii, but no, we're not talking about a major hurricane for Hawaii or anything like that. That is for sure. Again, this is the cone here of uncertainty, as they call it. Again, major hurricane status probably through at least tomorrow early afternoon, and then hurricane status kind of getting towards the early mid-afternoon hours on your Wednesday here, the middle of the week. And then as it approaches the cooler waters of the Eastern Pacific, getting toward the Eastern Hawaiian Islands here, it'll be weakening to a storm and then a depression. And probably before it even gets to the Hawaiian Islands at all, it'll probably dissipate here below tropical depression status, probably to an open wave by that time, as we call it. So that is something to watch as well. So thanks everybody for joining. Definitely appreciate all the likes, all the subscribers out there today. Definitely appreciate it. Again, if you guys want me to look up any of your specific towns or anything like that, I definitely can look up the weather forecast for you guys. If you have any comments, questions below, definitely appreciate it. Again, if you guys have not liked the live stream, we're at 13 likes down below. Let's try to get to 20 likes here in the next few minutes. Would be very much appreciated. Thanks everybody for joining. Hope everybody's having a great Monday afternoon. Again, this is your day 1. This is updated here at 3 o'clock, so just an hour ago. The Storm Prediction Center's update, slight risk of severe weather across southern and lower Michigan, so from Detroit down into far northwestern portions there of Ohio and getting into the South Bend, Gary, Indianapolis area, Fort Wayne. This is all in Indiana here, northern Indiana, with that slight risk the rest of this afternoon, and then kind of tailing its way down towards central and eastern Illinois, so the Champaign-Urbana area, Peoria, Illinois, and the southern end of the Chicago metro, and I think south of the Chicago proper area, the southern suburbs there. We're definitely watching, so the Kankakee, Illinois area, down towards portions, like I said, Danville, Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, towards the Springfield, Illinois area, the capital of Illinois. Definitely watching for some severe weather in scattered fashion here as we head through the rest of today. So that is something we will watch as well. Again, thanks for all the likes and the subscribers down there. Definitely much appreciated. We're up to 239 subscribers and 14 likes. Definitely appreciate it if everybody could help me get up to 20 likes and 250 subscribers here in this live stream. Would be very much appreciated. Again, you guys rock. You guys make this live stream tick, and this is awesome here. Thank you guys for joining today and being very interactive on here. Definitely appreciate it. You guys are the best audience here I could ask for, so thank you. Let's see here. Let's look on the radar. I'm going to load the radar here again. This is the radar. I have a local news radar that I used here. My radar or mega app's not working still. I'll get that working here eventually as well. In the next, few live streams, I'm trying to get it to work again. When I open it, it's just a black screen, so I'm just trying to get it to work. I promise I will here eventually. That's for sure. But let's look at the current radar and see what we got here for the severe weather side of things. Again, we're doing mainly just a tropical update, but we will be updating you on any breaking, severe weather alerts or anything like that. Again, not seeing any warnings here in this area. Seeing a couple of lighter showers across northern Missouri back toward the Kansas City area, just north there of the Topeka and Kansas City area, just east of Des Moines, kind of down and just south of the I-80 corridor, west of the Quad Cities here, and then again some showers and storms. I can put the lightning here on the track here, and you can see there's some pretty decent lightning up near the Wausau, Stevens Point area, Eau Claire, just east of Eau Claire, Wisconsin here, with some of these scattered showers and thunderstorms here this afternoon. Again, not any severe weather with this. This is more of a nuisance than anything else. Again, we have another thunderstorm kind of cluster across the West Bend and Sheboygan area here in Wisconsin and eastern Wisconsin. This is just north of the Milwaukee and Racine, Wisconsin areas. And again, as we move up to the north here, we got some more showers and storms into portions here near Duluth, Minnesota, all the way down here to Rice Lake, Wisconsin. And this is again north and east of the Minneapolis-St. Paul area and east of the Rochester area as well. As we zoom out, though, we do got here kind of some quiet weather here across most of the Tennessee Valley, the Ohio Valley, just a couple sprinkles here, maybe just east of Indianapolis here. Other than that, we're not seeing too much action. We got a lot of action down here, a lot of lightning across the northern Florida panhandle here, and getting into portions of southern Georgia, southern Alabama, just south of Montgomery. We got some pretty good claps of thunder and lightning down there as well, with some heavy rainfall here falling from precipitating from the skies here and the clouds there today. Again, we do have a lot of thunder activity and lightning. Probably not a good beach day here for the next several days across the northern Florida panhandle. Again, a lot quieter, more traditional Florida weather as you get down to the central and southern part of the state, down towards Tampa, Orlando, Fort Myers, Naples, down towards the Miami Beach, Key West area. But again, as you move up north, that's where all that tropical influence is. And that is what we have to watch here over the next few days. And, that's what we've seen all the rainfall adding up here as well. So, again, if you guys are just joining, definitely appreciate if you could like press the like button down below, trying to get up to 20 likes here in the live stream. Again, I do have a video that I did publish here this morning on my YouTube channel, so definitely go check that out and like it as well on Weather on the Go here on YouTube. So, definitely appreciate that. Again, if you guys could like this live stream, would be very much appreciated. If not, subscribe here to the channel. That would be much appreciated. Again, I post daily weather forecast videos for you guys, and again, nobody else does this on YouTube, where they go across the country and go state by state telling you what the forecast is with what you're seeing here out your door. And I definitely will be doing that here through this live stream as well, to keep you on your toes through the rest of this afternoon. Again, we do have some thunderstorms here to the north of Houston, eastern portions there at Texas near the Lufkin area. So between Lufkin and Houston, a couple scattered showers and storms developing. We got some storms west of the Austin area. So if you live in Austin, Texas, you're probably seeing some flashes of lightning here off to the west. That is something to watch here as well. Again, just a nuisance out here, not any severe weather with any of this. Just maybe some brief heavy downpours with all that moisture here in the low levels of the atmosphere. Other than that, not seeing too much of any consequence with these storms at all. Again, we got all the monsoonal moisture really feeding up here from the portions of the Mexican coast here, all the way up here into the Four Corners region. This is from eastern Utah down to the southern Colorado, south of Denver, all the way down here to the Santa Fe area, Albuquerque, Gallup, all the way over towards Flagstaff, north and east of Phoenix. Some spotty showers and storms here, a lot of lightning out in these areas here, so you're probably seeing a lot of thunderstorm activity. Again, let me see if I can put the satellite on here. You can see just kind of some billowing up of some clouds here, just scattered about on the satellite, so that is something. Some good news for the areas that are, very much in drought. They definitely need the rainfall there as well. We're even here into portions, like I said, I cover southeast Canada. We're seeing some showers and storms up into portions of Ontario right now. This is up into portions of southeastern Canada, north and west of Toronto. So if you live up into portions here just east of the U.S. Mainland here, into portions here of southern Ontario, northwest here of Toronto, we're seeing some scattered showers and storms as well. Even a severe thunderstorm watch for portions there of southern Ontario for a county or two or whatever they call it there. That's continuing here through the next several minutes or so. More scattered showers and storms here back toward the Dryden area, Kenora, Thunder Bay, International Falls here, and just north and east of there, and that's into western and southwestern Ontario. Again, we got some scattered showers and storms through Saskatchewan, getting down through Manitoba as well. Again, no severe weather in these areas as well. So right now, with that slight risk, we do have a thunderstorm that has developed right now, actually starting to develop just northeast of Oskaloosa here, Oskaloosa, Iowa. Again, this is right just south of I-80 here in east central Iowa. Again, west of the Quad Cities metro. We're seeing some thunderstorms starting to develop across these areas. So that is something to watch as well. Oh, you can't hear me? I can turn it up. You guys should have told me before. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know if you got. I think it might be on your end because I'm hearing it pretty clear. I have my phone next to me and I'm playing the live stream right now, and it sounds all right to me on my end. So, so it might just be on your end. I'm being quite honest. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude. I think it really is on your end. I think it is because I'm playing it on my phone right now, and I hear it on my end very clearly. So, Tanya, if you turn up the volume on your end, you might hear it more clearly. And very well, it could be on my end as well. I'm just saying it's probably kind of both of our ends, to be quite honest. It might be on your end and my end too, because I had to turn up the volume, so that's probably why. When will I get a new mic though? Yeah, eventually. Eventually. I promise you. Yeah, Tanya, I think it might be that, to be quite honest. It might just be that. I don't think it's my end or your end, really. I mean, if it is, it's a small problem, and we'll fix it eventually again. And it could just be because I'm talking quiet today. Again, we had a long live stream yesterday, so we're trying to catch up on time here. Yeah, thank you everybody for subscribing and also liking below. I definitely appreciate it. You guys are awesome out there. Like I said, you guys are all my friends, and I try to cover everybody from West Coast to the East Coast, and the Gulf Coast, all the way to southern and southeastern Canada, kind of going state by state, telling you here on the live stream what you can expect out your door to keep you prepared and ahead of all the storms out there. That is for sure. Here, this is weather on the go, and is like I said here, I take pride in my emblem here. My motto is all your weather coverage, and yeah, all your weather coverage. I cover everything here from southern and southeastern Canada, as well as the entire contiguous United States, the Eastern Pacific, the Gulf, the Bay of Campeche, all the way through the Caribbean, the Atlantic Basin. I cover it all: tropical weather, severe weather, and then when it gets to winter time, yeah, I cover the winter storms, snowstorms, polar vortex, ice storms, the whole 9 yards. So definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will keep you updated on all of that on my my daily forecast videos that I put out in the morning hours as well. And again, if you guys have not checked out my forecast video on my YouTube channel, go check it out on Weather on the Go, all your weather coverage there. That is on my YouTube channel right now. I published that this morning here. Usually I try and publish it here during the mid to late morning hours each morning. So that is something for you guys to check out as well. So definitely do so. Again, if you guys want me to look up, check out anything here out your door, I definitely could zoom into any area that you want me to check out here. That is for sure. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of rainfall down into southern Alabama right now. Let's see here. Let's put on the lightnings again. And again, this is just south of Montgomery and southwest of there toward Greenville. So right along I-65 here in southern portions of Alabama toward Monroeville, Greenville, down toward Andalusia. These guys are, you guys are seeing some pretty heavy rainfall with a lot of lightning out there, even down towards portions here of Crestview, Pensacola. This is in Florida near the I-10 corridor here as well, down towards Fort Walton Beach, Miramar Beach, getting down towards Freeport. This is down into Northwest Florida Panhandle. You're seeing some collapse of thunder here as well. Moving down here just to the west of Brunswick, near the Brunswick area, seeing a lot of lightning right now. This is in Georgia. Moving down to the northeastern part of Florida here, Jacksonville, you have a lot of lightning from Jacksonville Beach westward here towards portions of Lake City. Right along the I-10 corridor here, just west of Jacksonville, seeing a lot of lightning right now. Probably hearing some good claps of thunder out there as well with some heavy rainfall, that is for sure, over the next several minutes in your area. Again, if you guys are just joining, or anybody that has not yet liked the live stream down below, would definitely be appreciated here as well. We are definitely trending up here on the YouTube channel, so I couldn't do it without you, and definitely would be appreciated if you guys would do so and help me out. Again, I do this live stream for you guys. That is for sure. I do it for you, not for me. I do it for you guys. This is for you, and I try to keep everybody safe out there all across the country, as well as southern and southeastern Canada as well. Yeah, look at here. This is the major hurricane. This is major hurricane status Darby. This is an eastern Pacific basin here. Again, I'm kind of bouncing around through the heat wave, the severe weather, the real-time weather, and also here the tropics. I know this says tropical update. Yes, I will be giving you a tropical update here now. This is eastern Pacific basin. Again, this is the hurricane breathing here with all the arms extending off here. The hurricane, that means the hurricane's breathing out there. And this is expected to... This is expected to strengthen to a Category 4 hurricane as we head through the next couple of days here over the open waters of the Eastern Pacific as well. If you can put the general track on here, this is moving towards the Hawaiian Islands, but it will weaken very substantially before it even gets to the Hawaiian Islands. So that is some good news as it kind of approaches some cooler waters out there. Again, we're seeing a tropical characteristics with this, with a major hurricane status all the way through at least the middle of the afternoon tomorrow, and then staying at hurricane status, at least a lower end hurricane, all the way through at least the late hours on your Wednesday into the late afternoon hours on your Wednesday there, and then here kind of falling off as it moves into the cooler waters to a storm and then a depression quickly towards the end of this week and into this coming weekend. So that is something to watch as well. Again, I'm not doing a long live stream today, not like yesterday, but I definitely am on here to keep you guys ahead of all the storms out there. Again, I'm going to be live streaming here for just a little while longer, just kind of keeping you updated on all this again. And if you guys want any more updates here, definitely go to my YouTube channel and after the live stream as well, as you can get more of this update here in fine fashion here with my YouTube channel videos. You definitely could check that out there, as well as like my video, so definitely appreciate that as well. I have another video I posted this morning, so definitely go check that out here after the live stream. Definitely very much appreciated. Again, if you guys have not liked the live stream below, if you guys are new, anybody is new here on the live stream, I very much appreciate it if you could press the like button as well as subscribe. Press the subscribe button here as well down below. Trying to get to 250 subscribers here in the live stream would be very much appreciated if you did help out in doing so. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. You guys rock. Yeah, so we're seeing here, that's the cone of uncertainty, and then kind of looking into the, looking kind of at the Eastern Pacific here climatologically. Again, we are kind of starting to peak during this time frame here, going into toward the Eastern Pacific Basin right now, and this stays kind of at its peak all the way through here, the rest of summer into the fall and into the early portion here of the winter. That is for sure, and that will just continue here with a very active Eastern Pacific. Now, again, with that said, I do think the Pacific here will start to calm down a little bit. I don't think it'll calm down completely, at least with the hurricane potential, because of all these big major storms. And you have a major Category 4 hurricane moving across the Eastern Pacific Basin, like you see here. you're going to see a lot of upswelling. This is going to produce a lot of upswelling, which what I mean by upswelling is a lot of those cooler waters underneath this where the system tracks will start to kind of move up toward the surface of the ocean. And that's hurricanes don't like cooler water. So we'll start, I think, to take a break a little bit from the major hurricane status across most of the United States by this time, so we'll definitely have to watch that. That is for sure, but definitely seeing a lot of some active, tropical weather. Again, this is what we can expect across the Eastern Pacific Basin. Again, right behind Darby, we are watching here. The National Hurricane Center does have a 70% chance of development of a cyclone within the next 5 days, just offshore of southern Mexican coast, so we'll have to watch that as well. An area of disturbed weather associated with the trough of low pressure is formed well south of the coasts of Guatemala and El Salvador. Environmental conditions are expected to become conducive for gradual development over the next several days, and this system is likely to become a tropical depression by late this week. The disturbance is forecast to drift westward through Tuesday, so that would be through tomorrow. Then move west-northwest here at 10 to 15 miles per hour late this week while remaining offshore of the southern and southwestern Mexican coast. Again, that is quoted there by the National Hurricane Center. They did write that, so that is actually what they did say about that system as well. So we're watching that. We are watching that for sure across this area. And again, we are watching the Gulf here of Mexico with that 30% chance that has been updated here. 30% chance of development here in the next 5 days. However, the next 48 hours, so the next 2 days, it does have a lower chance, a 10% chance of development in the Gulf of Mexico. Again, we are watching kind of tropical characteristics with this system as well. Again, looking here at the European forecast model for the southeast, again, there's a lot of question marks still with how much rainfall, how strong this system could get, where the system will track, all that. But we are watching here the potential. I do highlight that kind of wording, potential for very heavy rainfall and significant flooding potential across southern Georgia, and really just anywhere in the Gulf Coast here at this point. We'll definitely have to watch this. Again, the highest footprint here in the European model, and it has performed well this year at producing, good forecasts for some of these systems, especially on the mainland U.S. here with regards to derechos and all that. But yeah, we are watching here this across portions of the Gulf. And again, the GFS model is more bullish. And if I kind of hover my mouse here, yeah, showing 18 inches of rain, just over 18 inches in the Mobile, Alabama area on the GFS's model runs. This is something to watch here over the next several days. Again, this is kind of over the next 2 weeks of what we can expect over this area. So that is something definitely to watch for sure. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I definitely appreciate it out there. You guys rock. Again, I plan on going live tomorrow. Today was expected to be a little more with more severe weather. Again, that's some good news. We're not seeing the severe weather like we've seen lately. Besides a couple warnings here, I actually got a couple warnings to get to you. We do have a couple warnings. We got one near Jacksonville Beach. So if you live in Florida, we got a severe thunderstorm warning here. Severe thunderstorm located near moving north at 35 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour wind gusts here just near the Jacksonville Beach area. So for Neptune Beach, Bay Meadows, Bayard, Craigfield, San Pablo, and also Palm Valley. All these areas could be impacted by some severe weather. Again, this is moving north at 35 miles per hour towards the Jacksonville Beach area. Again, this warning goes until 5:45 Eastern Daylight Time. Again, for 60 mile per hour wind, so a good rush of wind out of the thunderstorm here. And as I kind of take this off here, you can see that thunderstorm and zoom in here just east of Jacksonville, but down toward the Jacksonville Beach area, Ponte Vedra Beach, and just north here towards the I-95 corridor here in eastern and northeastern Florida, and approaching the I-10 corridor. Yeah, you're seeing that severe thunderstorm warning as we speak across those areas. And then we do have another severe thunderstorm warning we're watching. As I said here recently, we had some of these cells popping up around the Austin area. We got a kind of a smaller thunderstorm cell, but a severe warning cell just east of I-35, north and east of the Round Rock and Austin area. Again, this is a severe storm that was located near Granger and is nearly stationary, so it's not moving very quickly, and that's probably due to the fact that there's not a lot of deep layer shear in this environment, so that is something to watch as well. But we are seeing the potential for 60 mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail, again, stationary, and until about 5 5 o'clock Central Daylight Time, so about the next 40 to 41 minutes across this area. So Georgetown, Taylor, Granger, Weir, Jonah, Waterloo, and Wahlberg could expect some damage to roof, siding, trees, and maybe even some power line damage across this area, especially when you have 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. So definitely watch this. Again, right just to the east of I-35, just north of Austin and around Rock, Texas. So definitely watch that. Again, this is between Waco and Austin, Texas here, just east of I-35. So definitely heed the warning there if you live in these areas as well. Again, this is just a tropical update as well, but we will be covering severe weather as needed here, breaking in for severe weather during this update the next year a little bit while I'm on the live stream. So definitely we'll be doing that as well. Again, this is Major Hurricane Darby. Again, I have a video on this. On my YouTube channel, so definitely check it out. So let's talk about the heat now. Let's talk about the heat, shall we? Let's look at the European forecast model as we get towards the middle here of the month. Let's go towards that Wednesday time frame here this week. This is actually tomorrow. You can see that heat starting to build in. We got a cold front moving in from the north. We got still some heat down into Texas. We got 102 to 105 down in North Texas here for your day tomorrow. And then as we move towards Wednesday here, all this heat will start building. And I'll kind of explain this heat more in detail this time around about how this comes to be here in just a moment. But you can see 105 to near 110 down in widespread into eastern and North Texas, South Texas, all these areas with 90s, mid to upper 90s, all the way from portions here of southern Saskatchewan, all the way into eastern Montana, all the way down here into central and southern plains as we head here through the next several days here. This starts here again on your Wednesday, and then here even as we head towards that Thursday time frame. This is this week, folks, and yeah, you can see widespread upper 90s to near 100 from South Dakota all the way down through Nebraska, western Iowa, portions of Missouri, down through here east, the Front Range of the Rockies here, into the lower levels there, here into eastern Colorado, outside the Denver area, also here across much of Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, North Texas. We could see the Red River areas here in North Texas here approaching the 110-degree mark as we head into your day on Thursday. And then as we move into Friday here late this week, if you're planning your week out here, this expands. We got a very large monster heat wave set to emerge as we head towards late this week, and it has a lot of staying power across portions of the country here, as well as it remains anchored across the southern and central plains with that high pressure system. Yeah, we do have widespread 100s here from South Dakota all the way to Texas here in the Mexican border, as well as widespread 110s from Phoenix all the way down to southern California and then the Death Valley area as well. And then as we get here into the next weekend here into Saturday, again, you can see that expansive heat, widespread 105s here around portions of Kansas, Oklahoma, and much of Texas during this period as well. So if you have any plans during next weekend, yeah, definitely take plenty of breaks outside. And if you work outside in these areas, definitely go inside of the air conditioning or find shade or something of that here nature as well, as we'll see a lot of heat down there. Look at that, 112 down towards Death Valley, if not even hotter across those areas. Again, that's just the European model. Let's look at the GFS model again. Let's compare. Again, this is here starting on your Wednesday. You can see all that heat starting to build. A little less of a signal here on the GFS model, showing some of that rainfall for some reason down to eastern Texas. I don't think it'll be this far west, but we'll just have to wait and see. And then as we kind of move towards that Thursday time frame, well, yeah, it's starting to agree with the European model. You can see widespread 90s to 100 degrees from the Dakotas all the way down through Nebraska here into Texas. And that just continues here on your Friday. Widespread 100 to 105s across this area, all the way down here into Texas as well. And then as we get here into next weekend, again, seeing a little bit of a convective footprint, trying to develop here on the GFS model, a little more bullish in Death Valley here, approaching 120. And then you could see widespread 105s from portions of southern Kansas, western Oklahoma, into northwest and central Texas on even your Saturday here this upcoming week. So if you're planning your week out, definitely watch out for that. Now, again, regarding precipitation here, we got to watch the northern end of this heat wave. We got to watch the northern end. I think starting late this week here, as I kind of put the jet stream on, we kind of have some stronger upper level jet stream. And we've seen this a couple times this year where we've seen a high pressure system anchored over the southwest United States or the central or southern plains. We have a strong convective system that tries to develop along the northern periphery of that. And we definitely have to watch that here in the coming days as well. Tanya says, I see 70 in the Gulf. Why I see 70 in the Gulf? What do you mean 70 in the Gulf? Tell me what you mean about 70 in the Gulf. You talking about the temperature or you mean the sea surface temperature? Are you talking about the temperature, the air temperature, or are you talking about the water temperature in the Gulf? Because those are two very different things. So just kind of let me know what you're talking about there, and I'll kind of try and simplify it for you. Yeah, but anyway, we're starting to see more of a signal for more of northwest flow here in the northern and northeastern periphery again of this heat wave. I mean, where have we heard that before? And that will be considering here, a lot of factors as well as, there's a cap, which is a warm layer aloft here that we call it, or a lid on the atmosphere. Again, I plan on doing more educational videos on my YouTube channel as well to kind of help you out with all this terminology, so that could be beneficial for you as well. I'll plan on doing that here in the future, so that is something, like I said, I plan on doing. So do stay tuned for that. Again, the live chat is open if anybody wants to chat here. I think I'm going to kind of do this till about, 4:45, 5 o'clock here this evening. Then I think I'm going to wrap it up closer to 5 o'clock here. Just kind of a shorter live stream here today. Just kind of giving you a general update of the tropics, the heat wave out there expected over the next week or two, and as well as the severe weather here, kind of live radar analysis as we need to across the country, as well as kind of going, state by state, telling you what you could see out your door. Again, nobody else does this on YouTube. Nobody else does this on YouTube where they go across here the country and show you where you are, what the weather is out your door on the live stream, as well as the tropical update, severe weather update, and all that stuff here as well. So definitely subscribe down below. Definitely appreciate it, as well as like the live stream. I definitely appreciate that. We're almost at 20 likes, so I would appreciate if we get over 20 likes here in the live stream. Would be mean lots to me. So thank you everybody for joining and taking time out of your day for the live stream here, audience as well. Appreciate it, and I hope you're having a great Monday out there. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, I definitely could ask. I could answer, rather. Yeah, looks like, okay, let me see here. Let me see here on the radar, because I thought I saw like a storm report. Yeah, just west of Jacksonville Beach here. Again, yeah, okay, I was right. Okay, that has been canceled. We did the severe thunderstorm warning that near the Jacksonville Beach area in east central Duval County in Florida has been canceled. So the storm has which prompted the warning, has weakened below severe limits. So no longer here a threat to life or property with the storm. But this could actually, re-strengthen. So we'll see. But however, the gusty winds and small hail threat is still a possibility with that storm as well. We're still watching a severe thunderstorm warning north of Texas, the Austin, Texas, and Round Rock area, just east of I-35, so southeast of Jarrell, or east-northeast of Georgetown. Again, this is just east of the I-35 corridor here in central Texas. We got a small little thunderstorm cell here with severe thunderstorm warning on it. This goes in effect here until 5 o'clock Central Daylight Time, so the next 33 minutes. Severe thunderstorm was located near Granger and is stationary, so we're not seeing this move very much. So if you can have a downpour with this, you're going to have a downpour for quite a while. Again, Georgetown, Taylor, Granger, Weir, Jonah, Waterloo, and Wahlberg all impacted by the storm. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail is the hazard with the storm. This is for central Williamson County in south central Texas. So definitely heed the warning out there if you are under that warning. Still seeing a couple storm cells here just southwest of Austin, Texas. This is north of San Antonio, right along and east of I-10, and also right along and crossing over portions here of Highway 281. This is in south central Texas, so definitely watch out for this as well. You don't have to have a severe thunderstorm to have a dangerous lightning out there, so that is definitely the case as well. Yeah, definitely let me know if you guys can't hear me in the live stream. Again, I haven't asked that. I definitely probably should have asked that before. But yeah, if you guys cannot hear me, definitely let me know. Turn it up a little bit for you. Or if it's too loud, let me know as well. Again, as we move up here to Wisconsin, not any severe weather. We're just seeing some general garden variety type storms. Again, pretty nice cluster of storms south of Wausau, getting back over south and east of the Eau Claire area and west of Green Bay, kind of from between Eau Claire and Green Bay. We're seeing kind of a nice clustering of storms here in Wisconsin. This is north central Wisconsin, so upstate Wisconsin here, yeah, we're seeing some thunderstorm activity again. widespread lightning here from the Neelsville area, and then just east-northeast of I-94 and north of just along the I-39 corridor up towards Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids here, the Dells area, and then getting up towards portions here, just north of the Dells towards Wisconsin Rapids. Like I said, Marshfield, portions of Neelsville, up towards Wausau here, and east towards Stevens Point. Yeah, we're watching potential for some heavy rainfall with the cluster of storms there as well. So definitely move indoors if you live in these areas as well, that's for sure. Tanya says, someone said Hurricane Darby will be a Cat 5. Unless they came out with a new update on that, I saw only a Category 4. So I'll look at that again, Tanya, to let you know. I only saw Category 4 on that. Let me see. Okay. I know this looks like it's actually pointing toward the Hawaiian Islands, but the Hawaii, I think, will be fine. This thing's not going to be that strong toward Hawaii, that's for sure. Let me see here. Okay, so I'm putting this on here, just showing you proof of this, everybody in the live stream. This is right now, actually, let's see here. Okay, right now, this is actually a Category 4. This is a Category 4 hurricane right now. So this is actually a Category 4 hurricane in the Eastern Pacific. And I don't see a 5 on here. I only see Category 4. Now, it's not out of the realm of possibility for it to overperform and produce Category 5 type effects in the Eastern Pacific Basin. But I think more likely than not, it'll probably stay a mid-grade probably, or possibly even a strong Category 4. But I don't think this will strengthen to a Category 5 status. But I mean, nonetheless, you don't have to have a 5 to make lots of wave action out there in the Eastern Pacific. This is a pretty robust storm. We saw that on the satellite, and I can show you here in a moment again. Yeah, this is a Category 4 right now. Again. This is moving west at 15. This is max winds of 140. Gusts, however, gusts are up to 165 with this here as of the new update here at 4 o'clock. That just came out 31 minutes ago. So we'll have to wait and see if there's another update with this again soon. But yeah. Is it going to be a Cat 5? No, I don't think it's going to be a Cat 5. No, I don't think. It shows just a Cat 4, weakening to a Category 3, I think, during the day tomorrow and then towards Wednesday, and then a Category 1 with time. And then as it approaches the cooler waters, it'll be, decreasing in intensity towards the tropical storm and then depression status as it gets towards the eastern Hawaiian, just east of the Hawaiian Islands. But again, even though this is pointed toward the Hawaiian Islands, no, this is not going to be a significant problem for Hawaii as I see it right now. But maybe some wave action. So if you live on the easternmost Hawaiian island here toward the Hilo area and getting over towards the Big Island here in Hawaii, we're maybe some wave action here in the future. But I think the strongest part of this will be weakening before well before it even gets remotely close to the Hawaiian Islands. That's for sure. But I do appreciate you for bringing that up, so thank you. Anybody else here have any questions? I definitely could answer them as well here in the live stream. If you guys have not liked the live stream, we're trying to get to 20 or even 25 likes here this afternoon, so definitely appreciate if you guys could like the live stream down below, as well as subscribe. We're trying to get to 250 subscribers. That's my new goal this afternoon, so if you guys could kindly help me out in trying to reach my goal, that would be very much appreciated here this afternoon. Again, thank you everybody for taking time out of your day and tuning into the live stream. Very much appreciated. Let's see here. Yeah, again, we're gonna be here for a little while longer. And this is also, like I said, this is kind of a cool app as well, because you can see where all the wildfires are. So yeah, when it's dry with the drought across portions here of the desert Southwest, yeah, we have a lot of drought, and yeah, we have a lot of fires near the Salt Lake City area. There's a couple fires here. You got some fires in eastern Nevada and the portions of south central portions there of Utah, as well as central and southern California. We got a fire here in the Baja of California, just south and east of San Diego, across the border there. We got a fire here up near the Fresno area. Right along I-5 and just east of there and towards the Jersey-Dale area. There's another fire there. A lot of fires in Texas here with all the heat and all the dry weather. One near the Midland area and Carlsbad here in New Mexico. And then we got another fires here down up toward the Red River there, south and west of Wichita Falls as well. That's being detected here on the radar, so we'll watch that as well. Got a lot of dry weather out there, that is for sure. This is cool as well. Here you go, guys. Here you go. Look at this. Where you see all these weather icons on here, this is what you can expect out your door here right now. We're seeing a lot of thunderstorm activity in the southeast. Lots of sunshine, it appears to be, across the central and southern plains here with some mixed clouds at times. And then as I kind of zoom out a little bit here toward the Denver area, mix of sun and clouds. Again, some monsoonal moisture moving up across portions there the Four Corners region. But that's some good news for that area because they definitely need the rainfall. That's for sure because of all the drought ongoing down there. Look at that, 116. Let's zoom into there. 116. Needles. Huh. I think that's in what? Needles, California. Needles, California. You're at 116 right now. Wow, that's pretty impressive. 105 in Kingman, Arizona. And then as you get down towards Phoenix right now, it's 114 in Phoenix proper right now. So if you live in Phoenix, actually I see 115 in the Glendale area. So kind of a suburb of Phoenix, 115. But Phoenix proper, yeah, you're at 114 degrees right now. So very hot down there. That is for sure. Again, nobody else does this on YouTube. They don't go state by state like I do and tell you guys the weather forecast and what you're seeing out your door. So definitely much appreciated if you guys could like the live stream and subscribe down below. Much appreciated. Again, look at that. 66 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, just northwest of there. More northwest here, the St. Cloud toward the Brainerd area here in northern and central Minnesota as well. 83 here in Chicago. 83 degrees here in Chicago. 85 in the Chicago north suburbs. So that's what we're seeing for temperatures there. Let's see here. Get down to Middle Tennessee here. Music City, 91 degrees here in Nashville, Tennessee right now. Very hot conditions down in Nashville. Probably some humidity there as well. Yeah, so a lot of heat down here in the southern and central portions of the U.S., that's for sure. You probably can't see that very much. Here, let me put the storm tracks on here. Again, you can see some reports here. There could be some hail with some of these storms. Probably some small hail here into Wisconsin. We're just watching this again. This is the lightning. On here, you can see Stevens Point over towards portions there of just south and east of Eau Claire. Some decent thunderstorms with some heavy rainfall, but that's just about it, really. Again, looking at your tropical update here, this is Major Hurricane Darby spinning here in the Eastern Pacific Basin right now. And this is a very healthy looking storm, that's for sure. Yeah, so that's what we're seeing here right now as we speak. Again, I'm going to be wrapping up this live stream here in just a few minutes. Again, thanks everybody for joining. Like I said, I was kind of aiming more towards kind of a shorter live stream today than in recent days. Again, I'll be probably going live tomorrow if there's severe weather. If not, I won't be going live tomorrow, but I will be going live more in the future. But I will let you know as well in my video. I'll try to let you know there as well. If you can follow me on Twitter at hweather420, a capital H weather420 on Twitter, or weather on the go on Twitter, definitely much appreciated. I could let you know about all of the upcoming live streams and when I will go live and all that on there as well. On my social media platform on Twitter as well. On my Twitter handle is hweather420 or weather on the go. So definitely tune in to that as well. Again, if I zoom out here with the satellite imagery across portions here of the Pacific, you can see very clearly that is a very healthy hurricane. We got another wave we're watching. That's a 70% chance here of development within the next 5 days across the Eastern Pacific over the open waters. Again, kind of generally taking the same path here as Darby is. So that is something to watch as well as we move through the next several days here as it moves to the west. So that is something to watch. Tanya says, I use current conditions. If it's raining, it shows. If it's sun, it shows rain, then they need to fix that. Well, I don't know where you saw that at, but are you talking about the Houston area, right? Yeah, but there's like there's a lot of blow off from this. I mean, this is a healthy hurricane, guys. I mean, look at this. You can see the arms off the hurricane. That thing is breathing right now. Very interesting. Very interesting. Almost like a portrait, pretty much, type of hurricane action right now in the Eastern Pacific, that's for sure. Again, if you guys have not watched my YouTube videos at all, definitely go watch them and like them below. Definitely appreciate it. Again, and we're watching this area in the Gulf. Again, one more time, there's a potential for heavy rainfall across the southeastern United States here. We'll watch it here. The European model a little more off into the open waters with this. The GFS a little more bullish, bringing potentially up to 18 inches of rain to near the Mobile, Alabama area. But again, there's a lot of differences in the models. We'll keep you updated on the videos here in the future on my YouTube channel. That is for sure. Again, I'm going to be wrapping it up here in just a few minutes, guys. If you guys have any questions right now, definitely ask them down in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this up here. Thanks, everybody, for joining the live stream today. Definitely much appreciated. Thanks for all the likes out there, all the comments, and all the subscribers as well this afternoon. That is very much appreciated here, and I couldn't do it without you, so thank you very much. Again, that is very much appreciated. Let's see if we got any warnings on the radar, and then we'll kind of wrap it up here if you guys don't have any questions. Yeah, again, we still got that warning here just north of the Austin area. Again, that's a storm that's starting to strengthen. Seeing a little more reds here in the coloring with the storm. This is northeast of Round Rock, Texas. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning. This is for near Granger, moving southwest. So this is actually starting to move a little bit, but very slowly. This is crawling in kind of a weird direction. That's actually moving towards Round Rock in Georgetown right now. So it's moving towards I-35 here in central and south central Texas. Again, at 4:30, pretty much, approximately 4:30 Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm is located near Granger, moving southwest at 5 miles per hour. Again, this is for central Williamson County in south central Texas here until 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time, so the next 19 or 20 minutes. You can expect this in Georgetown, Taylor, Granger, Weir, Waterloo, and Jonah. Again, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. This storm could strengthen further, so definitely watch that. Again, crossing over the I-35 corridor, eventually, potentially, towards the Georgetown area and then north of Round Rock or near the Round Rock area here in the next, several minutes to 20 minutes or so. Again, zooming out here, this is what you see across the entire U.S. here. Some storm action up here in the upper Midwest around the western Great Lakes. Nothing of consequence there, just a general garden variety type storms. We got the monsoon weather across the four corners and all that tropical influence across the southeastern United States. I will keep you updated on all of this here across the northern Gulf in my video updates. I'll have a new daily forecast video for you tomorrow morning as well to keep you updated on all of the weather across the United States and southern and southeastern Canada. Again, thank you guys for watching. I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, they need to fix that. That's for sure, Tanya. Yeah, but again, thank you guys for watching. I definitely appreciate it here. Again, that was just kind of a shorter live stream, kind of give you a tropical update of things. Again, I will leave you with this. This is actually major Hurricane Darby in the Eastern Pacific. Again, thank you everybody for joining today. All the comments out there from Tanya and everybody else here as well today. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you for all the likes here, and all the subscribers out there trying to grow this channel more. Definitely appreciate it. Again, I will be doing a sports channel as well later this month into early August as well, doing NFL predictions and college football predictions as well. So do stay tuned for that as I'll kind of unveil my new YouTube channel during that period as well. Yeah, you're welcome, Elir. Definitely, I'll keep you updated. Definitely stay tuned to my YouTube channel. I definitely have a new video for you tomorrow morning and everybody else out there as well. Again, thank you, Elir. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, everybody here in the live chat to make it more interactive. I definitely appreciate you guys joining me, taking time out of your day this afternoon to join me here in the live stream. Again, this is Major Hurricane Darby, and it is actually moving west here, 15 miles per hour, and this is a Category 4 hurricane. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and I'll see you in the next live stream, possibly tomorrow, and if not, here later this week. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and have a great Monday out there.